Hi guys, it's a brighter morning and welcome back to Mzee Chicks YouTube channel. Mzee Chicks is my name. We talk about how to start farming and how to operate farms, and we give farming tips always here. We show how farming is very simple, farming is very profitable. Yes, that's all about me. And if you are new here on this channel, maybe it's your first time to watch, don't forget to subscribe and to click on notification bell so that you don't miss out any upload. We usually upload our videos twice in a week. As you know very well, in our country here, we have two seasons in a year. We have dry season and rainy season. So here where my farm is located, we are crossing from dry season to rainy season. As you are seeing there in the background, green pasture is trying to come back. When you are doing goats on a free range like me, there are so many challenges to everything. Today in this video, we are going to discuss some of these challenges we face when we are crossing from one season to another, more especially in goats. We are crossing from dry season to rainy season. So there are very many challenges we face on the way. We are going to talk about some of those challenges. As we discuss those challenges, I will be also answering some of the questions you have been forwarding to me. How did I started? How much money I started with? How do I build my simple goat houses? I shall be also taking you through the daily, weekly, and monthly routines with the goats. So just join me and you see what is taking place. What are we going to do? Guys, as you know very well, every good thing has its side effect. And as our topic today, I'm trying to show you seasonal challenges I face here at my farm. It's a free range goats farm, as I told you. What I know, we face all these seasonal challenges, more especially when we are crossing from rainy season to dry season, from dry season to rainy season. The main challenge I do get here, it's that when we are crossing from dry season, as we have been, to rainy season, our goats always get diarrhea. The cause is very simple. In the dry season, goats used to feed on dry grass. When rain starts, grass germinates, your goats will start feeding to younger grass and green one. It has a lot of water content. Remember, yogurts used to dry one, now they are changing to younger grass. Changing from dry grass to the grass with a lot of water content, yogurts will get diarrhea. That's one of the seasonal challenges. Then another challenge, it's worms. During dry season, there are few worms, and a lot of worms like liver fluke multiply during rainy season. So that's also another seasonal challenge. According to me, when I'm crossing from one season to another, I try to give my goats what I call a boost dose. Here, I try to deworm my goats. I give them injectable multivitamins. I inject them with weak antibiotics just to help to switch them from dry season maybe to rainy season. Then any other thing, I keep on weekly spraying. Another thing, we uplift the time we let our goats out for grazing to avoid some of the parasites on the grass during morning hours. So those are some of the practices I do here when I always crossing from one season to another. That boost dose I'm talking about is very important. It will switch your goats from one season to another, but not only in goats, but even here, as I show you always, I also have free range chickens, free range turkeys. Also, always we get these challenges whenever we are switching from one season to another. So it's very advisable to take care or to be well prepared. On the side of birds, you also try to keep your birds indoors during heavy rains. You let them out maybe in late afternoon. This is my second goat's house I built after the other one. As you are seeing here, there are few there in the background. Reason being, they like most in the first one than these ones. Very few always stay here. And another thing, others who used to sleep here were already taken. As I tell you always, we do these things. You start your goats project or any other project with some of your aims. Me, I started this project, but my target was farmers. When I get new kids, farmers put in their orders. When our kids reach 3 months, we deliver to them. And I keep or I concentrate on my few mothers. That's why you may find that my goats, I reach 100 in number, then they decrease maybe to 50. I reach 70, they decrease to 40. Like that. My target was farmers. So my goats, always I sell them to farmers. So this goes to those people. Maybe they may think that when they see me maybe on YouTube, they may expect to find hundreds of goats here. That's how I planned it. With the time, I will reach that number. But for now, my aim or my target is farmers. When my goats delivers, I also sell those kids to other farmers who want to start. One of the daily, weekly, or monthly routines we do here, you are seeing we are trying to clean our goat's house. That one we do it after 3 days to clean our goat's house. As you are seeing, we try to sweep. The challenge I get here is that I use the timbers to make goat's floor, timbers with the big width. So my advice here, when you are planning your goat's house, try to use timbers with the smaller width. These droppings will be dropping in those stepped lines you'll be leaving there. So try to correct that one it was a mistake. Maybe it was not a mistake by then, but that's what I had by then. We do spraying our goats against external parasites every week. If it's rainy season, then after 2 weeks if it's dry season. So every Saturday of the week we try to spray our goats against ticks and other external parasites. That's also another weekly routine here at our farm. Then another thing, it's deworming. As I mention this always, deworming is very essential and very important, and you should make it as one, maybe your monthly routines according to your location. For me here, I do it every month. Reason being, as you know, my farmland here, it touches to the swamp down there. Most of the time our goats graze near the swamp, and this challenge also goes to everybody who has land connected to the swamp. There are very many worms found there in the swamp areas, like a liver flock. So if you take long without deworming your goats, you may reach a time that you are totally affected by liver flock. So to control that one, we deworm our goats every month. And also important thing with the deworming, we keep on changing dewormers. The reason being, when these worms get used to certain worm sites, so next time you try to change. That's also one of the routines. And here you always forward the question is like, hey, Mr. Chicks, how did you started? Yes, to answer that question, I also started with what I had by then, which was small. As I tell you always that I started with 17 goats, and with one structure you are seeing here, I built it very simply, as you are seeing. So that's how I started. Then with the time, my goats started multiplying, and within 1 year I was reached about 60 goats. Of course, I kept on adding in female goats. So within 1 year, I was in that number. Then I was forced to plan for building the second goat's house. This one you are seeing. Then the goats kept on multiplying until I reached 130 goats. In my second year, I was forced to build another third structure. Hey, Mr. Chicks, is goats farming profitable? Yes, it's very profitable. So long as you plan it wisely and you start it with a goal. As I have been telling you that my target was farmers. And to those who want to start maybe for meat, you also follow that route. You feed them well, you try to bring in good breeds for meat. Yes, it's very, very profitable and enjoyable. Hey, Mr. Chicks, we see your goats with no tags. Yeah, according to me, the trick I use, I just give my goats names. Since they are still few in number, I'm still trying to recall these names. So that's the trick I use. I just give my goats names. As you hear, we have Mama Santa, we have Mayra, we have Oprah, we have Red Key, we have 78, just call them names. You may use it as I do when you have enough time at your farm. If you have little time to give to your farm animals, or to give to your farm, try to tag your goats. But if you have enough time to the farm, you may go with the trick I use of naming your goats. If you enjoyed, don't forget to comment, to like, to share, so that we can move on the same track. The chicks, see you soon.